Hello everyone, Fanta here. You're watching Fantavision, and today I am discussing the 2-year anniversary of the Nintendo Switch. Can you believe this thing's been out for 2 freaking years already? I mean, this system, it's got all these games. It's got Smash Bros. It's got a new Zelda game. It's got an actually good Sonic game. It's got an okay Mario Party game. It's got a great, it's got a lot of ports. It's got a lot of games. A lot of them are ports. But the thing is, and what I've been hearing over and over and over, and what I've been saying over and over and over, is the fact that this being portable just completely changes everything you think about a home console, because you can play this at home and you can play it on the go. And because of that, there are so many games out there that have just so much potential to be even more fun on the go. I have played Skyrim for so long. I've played on the PC, I played a little on the Xbox One, and I've seen other people play it in the 360. But when I played it again on the Switch, it was revolutionary. I could play it on the plane. I could play it when I was traveling places. I could play it just anywhere. And that's such a unique thing that no other home console has. And if you think about it, the handheld market, there's no competition. It's just the Switch. You could say the 3DS is still alive and kicking, but at some point the 3DS will be discontinued. Everybody will be focused on the Switch because this is the portable gaming console of choice. Sure, it's a little bit big, but honestly, you see all these commercials of people taking their 3DS systems and putting them in their back pocket and walking around with them like that. People don't do that, okay? Most people I know had a case, had some sort of carrying bag. They had all these different things that made it pretty much the same size as this. And I know the battery doesn't last a super long time, but man, it lasts long enough for at least a couple of flights. And then everywhere has got these plugins, these AC adapters. You bring the AC adapter along, and you've got a home console experience on the go. You plug in your headphones to tune everyone else out. It's wonderful. It's a fantastic system that, honestly, these 2 years, it's just been putting out hit after hit. Animal Crossing is coming out. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This game is the ultimate Smash Bros. It has every character. It has most of the maps. Stages from the other Smash Bros. Games. It's phenomenal. Of course, it does have its drawbacks. You can't use voice chat in most of these games. You don't have a great friends list that for some reason can fill up. You've got achievements aren't a huge deal, but it'd be nice to have something. I don't know about you guys, but especially if on the go, I feel like it would add something more to the game. Again, that's not a huge thing. That's more nitpicky. The online service itself isn't that amazing, but you know what? This console, for what it is, how small it is compared to the other ones, I get that it's less powerful, but the fact that all these games are so well optimized, and the games aren't these massive installs. I don't have to update every single game before I play it on here. And if I do have to update the game, it's usually like that, and I'm in the game. There's just something about the Nintendo Switch that it's so different from the other systems. I'll never not recommend this system because it really is a system for everybody. And these past 2 years have just been great for it. That's a lot of games right there. I understand that there are remakes in there. There are ports. But the original games are also great. And the ports are even better than the other console counterparts, just for the basic fact that I could play in the middle of this video right now. I have that capability. I've got the screen right here. And it's a big enough screen. It's clear enough. The controls work well enough. It's comfortable in the hand. It's just insane to me that something like this exists and works well. So I feel like Nintendo really hit it out of the park with this system. There are definitely improvements that could have been made, but you could say that all the time. There's always more improvements to be made with everything, pretty much. I am sad that the Vita is dead. I mean, it's just dead. I mean, Sony didn't put their heart and soul into that system, and you can tell they went too far into greed. They used proprietary memory, and I'm sure I'll do some death of the Vita thing because I do own a Vita and I was excited for the potential of it, but it just died. And this did not, because they didn't go that route. They didn't use proprietary memory. You just flip this up, which by the way is a weird area to put the memory card. You flip it up and it's just a micro SD card. That's awesome. I mean, it's so cheap. I just bought a 400 gigabyte micro SD card and it was like $62. I mean, that's great. So it's not too expensive to future-proof this thing. The screen, like I said, it's bright and vibrant. I mean, it's not the highest fidelity screen out there. It's not some like AMOLED amazing thing like phones are nowadays. But for a handheld console, it's just great. It's sad that the new Super Metroid game, I think it's just Metroid. I don't remember what it was. It's the new Metroid game has been pushed back and delayed by a lot. And that sucks. We don't have a release date yet for Animal Crossing. But you know what? We still have all of these games that have come out. I mean, Mario Odyssey is phenomenal. I love Mario Odyssey. It's great. There's like Saints Row the Third coming out on the Switch. And when that goes to $20, that's going to be such a fun game to play on the Switch. Because, you basically get Grand Theft Auto for the Switch. That's great. And they're adding a local area network to the game. They're adding like basically it's like that old DS, not the download, but just like you know what I mean, the multiplayer where you're in the same area. Pretty sure same thing as LAN. It doesn't matter. They're adding that to Saints Row the Third because they know that people are going to be playing on Switches right next to each other, so you can easily play multiplayer even without the internet. I mean, they're adding all these different features. You can play all these different games that just feel amazing on the go. Dead Cells. I mean, you can play them on the PS4, you can play them on the Xbox One, you can play them on the PC, but on the Switch, it feels like it was meant for it. A lot of these indie games just feel so nice on this system. And I really like that about it, And I know it sounds like I'm shilling really hard for Nintendo, but you've heard me. I've been really hard on this system. It definitely has a lot of downsides, but it's Nintendo still looking to be unique when the other two companies out there, they're just making more powerful boxes. They're just making more powerful computers, basically, that you just put a disc into and you play on your computer, which is fine. But I love the fact that we've still got innovation. We still have Nintendo trying new things. And I honestly hope that with how well this has been selling, that it inspires Microsoft, that it inspires Sony to try again. Because the competition is always a good thing. If Microsoft and Sony enter the handheld market, I don't think they will. But if they do, it means that Nintendo's going to have to work even harder to make the next console even better. So I'm happy with the Switch. I'm excited to see what other games come to this system. I'm excited to play more ports on the go and take advantage of the fact that you can do that. And even though Nintendo Online has been a big disappointment, and we're basically paying for something we were getting for free this entire time, it seems like they are trying to make Nintendo Online a better value. Of course, we've heard about the Super Nintendo games that could be coming. I'm sure they'll add N64 games in the future. What we could see Nintendo Online become is like the Netflix for classic games. If it does that, then Nintendo would be killing it. I mean, if you could play Nintendo 64, GameCube games, if you could play all of those games on the Switch, I mean, that would sell so many systems, and it would be even better than it already is. So I think Nintendo's been doing great these past 2 years. I'm still sad that, like I said, Animal Crossing's not out yet. Metroid's been delayed. There has been a new Zelda announced though. The new Fire Emblem looks phenomenal, and a lot of these graphics in these games, they look great. They run well, and with Nintendo systems, they're usually optimized, and you really feel that with the Switch. They feel incredibly optimized. Sometimes there have been a couple screen dips or frame dips here and there, but the overall experience has been really smooth on this system. And I can't say that for the other systems. It doesn't feel like a lot of these games for the Xbox One and PS4 were created for that system. It feels like they were made for the PC or something like that. They just didn't optimize them correctly, and there's lots of frame drops. But on the Switch, I just have not had that happen. So, let me know what you guys think about the Switch down in the comments. I feel like it's been a great 2 years. I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement, though. Even without making a new system, I feel like, especially if they really do implement as much Xbox Live capability as we've been told, I feel like there could be great things for this system. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Leave a like down below if you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Switch itself. If you own one already, if you want to get one, if you're on the fence, if you're not sure if it's worth it, I honestly think it is. I really do. Nintendo makes some amazing first-party titles, and like I said, a lot of games that are on other systems feel right at home, if not even more so. Like, they feel like they were meant to be played on the Switch. So again, thank you for watching, and as always, have a fantastic day. See you guys. What I'm really hoping is, with the introduction of Tetris 99, that Nintendo is going to make, or have rather, more games that are exclusives for people that have Nintendo Online, to give some sort of incentive to pay back the people that are paying for the service. It almost feels like an investment into the potential of its future. Now, I'm not trying to defend the payment of Nintendo Online. It's still stupid that we have to pay for something that's been free forever, and I feel like we're not getting the benefits yet. It's dumb that we're paying into what the future could be like, but it is nice to see that they're at least trying to bring some stuff to this, and all these different rumors, if they do come true, Super Nintendo, if they add Nintendo 64, I mean, the emulators out there so far I've played around with are such a pain in the ass to deal with for the Nintendo 64. So if they brought it to the Switch, man, there's just so much potential, and I'm hoping they take advantage of the system during its lifespan. Because if we look at the lifespan of most systems, it's about 5 to 6 years. So there's a solid 3 to 4 more years of this system being Nintendo's flagship system. So we're probably going to see another iteration of it. Hopefully higher quality screen, hopefully bigger battery. Hopefully they address the online. Hopefully they make the online worth it, and they add some sort of party chat in the future. The thing is, though, I don't know how they're going to do that unless they release another controller that has a headset plugin. Otherwise, I don't know how they're going to do party chat. That's the big problem. They don't have headphone jacks built into the controllers, which that was a huge misstep. That was a huge misstep. That's one thing that the Xbox One and PS4 did amazingly. They had, well, okay, Xbox One didn't, but the PS4 did. You could immediately just plug in that headphone jack, have all of the audio, have your headset work without having it plug into the system, and that awful Turtle Beach system that they used to have where it's like in the TV and in the console and it's got all these freaking wires all over the place. It was nice to just plug into the controller and be done with it. So that's not possible for the Switch. unless they come out with a second iteration of controllers, which honestly is a possibility because they have come out with second iterations in the past. They came out with the Wii Motion Plus controllers. So maybe that'll be the second iteration Switch that we see. We won't really see a huge upgrade in hardware, which would honestly be nice if they don't do that, because I'm sick of seeing these, 0.5 consoles you have to worry about. I didn't buy any this generation. I didn't see the reason to. But it would be nice to see them take it, tackle that party chat problem. That's the main thing they need to fix.